We are told to walk in the path of light, but what if most people misunderstood this message? Typically, light is made to look as good, and darkness is supposed to be bad. If most so-called contrarians were true contrarians, they would question this premise. If they applied mass psychology and common sense, they would most definitely question the above perceptions. Let's examine a few facts. Religion, light and darkness are totally misunderstood concepts. Science has now proven that approx 95% of the universe is black, as in darkness. So that means only 5% is in the light, so as to speak. This information alone should be enough to make one think. But let's go further. It has been shown that humans on average use about 5 to 7% of their brain capacity, and genius is at most 15%. Hence it's safe to assume that the most advanced human being would only have knowledge of maybe 0.05%, if not less, of this 5% of the universe that is in the light. Next, the reason most people are afraid of the dark is that they fear the unknown, but if you fear the unknown, then how can it ever become known? So, in essence, the fear is irrational, as it's based on pure hearsay or superstitious beliefs, twisted religious beliefs, etc. Now, just with the above info, a contrarian would say perhaps the darkness holds the secret, as 95% of the universe is black. How could you possibly learn anything by just studying 5% of what's out there? That is the equivalent of some jackass reading one book on investing and assuming he is the world's best investor. Let's dig even deeper and use the knowledge that is available to anyone that might want to pursue this subject further. An object gets its color by absorbing all the other colors except the color it reflects, so a blue object is blue because it absorbs all the other colors except blue. Taking this one step further, we could say that the darkness is the path of light only because it absorbs all the light and reflects black, and the light is darkness because it absorbs all the black and reflects just the light. If something is absorbing light, then one would have a better chance of finding the answer there than something that is consuming darkness only. I mean, we don't go to idiots and ask them for advice, do we? Idiots absorb everything else besides knowledge, and the opposite can be said for geniuses. Okay, this was a simple mental exercise and an examination of the facts using simple data that is available to most individuals. We are making no assertions whatsoever. Draw your conclusions. All we wanted to do was offer a different view and possibly push you to put your thinking caps on. Application of the light and darkness concept to the stock markets. Today everything is interrelated. We do not have free market forces anymore. Everything is manipulated, from the food you eat to data you are provided. If you are aware of this, you can plan accordingly. Identifying the problem is over 80% of the solution, and this is why most people do not know what to do, because they do not understand the problem. Mass psychology is a very powerful tool, and if employed correctly can help you spot the abnormal levels of manipulation the masses are subjected to. It would be a good idea to familiarize yourself with the concept of Plato's allegory of the cave. Final thoughts. It is easy to hide behind concepts that one does not understand or ones that can only be accepted by those who are willing to believe in something that they have no way of proving, for it gives you the opportunity to say it was not my fault. When one hides behind something, one can lay blame to some other entity or power, etc. All you control is the now. Enjoy the now and worry less about the next moment, for you can't control that moment. It might come, or it might not come, but if you enjoy the now, then you will embrace a path that pushes you towards a higher level of consciousness. Individuals with higher levels of consciousness are less prone to violence and more prone to dialogue.